Alright guys, welcome back into another PGA DFS video. This week we've got the Sanderson Farms Championship. But as always, I kind of like to do that quick recap of last week. So we did cash last week, 5 out of 6 across the cut line. The only problem really that we had with last week was that Ryan Armour was a core play of ours, so he was the player that missed the cut last week, which was pretty unfortunate because if it wasn't for having Ryan Armour at that high ownership, it would have been a dominant week. Probably would have taken down a GPP. The best overall finish was a top 100. I think it was around 65 for my GPPs, and that was with, I think, Harris English, Mark Hubbard, Brian Harmon, and then some other ones. I mean, overall, the player pool last week was just pretty dominant. Had quite a bit of players make the cut. I think it was around 79%, so round it up, we'll go to 80% there. So it was a really strong week last week. It was really nice to start off the PGA DFS season with a really solid week, and honestly, it was kind of fun because all the ownership was really spread out, so that was real nice. This week, talking about DraftKings and FanDuel, the contest sizes are a lot smaller, which kind of sucks, okay? I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't do that. I was hoping that they would keep the contest sizes just as big as they were last year, but it is a full tournament field event, so we do really like that. In the past years at this tournament, it had been about 132 players, so this time we get a full tournament field event. Just kind of looking back at last week, I think it was around 15% had 5 out of 6 across the cut line in their cash builds. I think it was like under 5% had 6 out of 6 across the cut line in their cash builds. I'm bringing this up because that T65 make the cut now. So I don't know how much that's going to change that much. Obviously, that makes my strategy, 9 to 5 Nation strategy, a lot better and something that we like a lot more because we are always targeting players that are going to make the cut, and then we're going to go from there. Okay, so by targeting players that are going to make the cut, over the long term, that's going to yield success like it has, you know, throughout this whole last year for us. If we were to continue that tab of cash lineups cashing each week, it'd be well over 85%. And, you know, I kind of want to stray away from that because I feel like some people just wouldn't believe it. But the nice thing about posting the results, you know, on the Patreon page for the PGA members, they're seeing it. You know, there's proof of that. So, I mean, if you guys do want to sign up for that, the Patreon page, it's $5 a month for that. And also $14 a month for the combo package of NFL and PGA. Last thing I do want to touch on is kind of funny. I was doing some, I don't know what you would like to call it, but little research as to some of the other people giving PGA DFS advice. And I found it funny that last week, one, you know, group or people or whatever you want to call it, experts if you want to say, had to take out the fluff, which is actually what I'm doing right now, but I know a lot of people really like these videos because I get straight to it, which I will do here in a second, but I just kind of want to touch on this since it is a lighter week. I just kind of thought that was funny, and then also, I was watching them, and I was just like getting bored. I had to turn them off. So hopefully for you guys, that's not the case with these videos. I'd like to get right to it and kind of give you guys that information without having to deal with that fluff. So I apologize for the fluff this week, but let's get into it. All right, so talking about the course, this is a course that I think the players can go out and, you know, play pretty well. Pretty much if you're playing well that week, you're going to score well. It doesn't matter what type of player you are, if you're a bomber, if you're kind of just, you know, that accurate golfer, anyone can play well at this course. So specifically what I'm going to be looking at is that total driving, ball striking again. Going to be looking at par 5 scoring, and then we're also going to be looking at strokes gained approach. Those are going to be the 4 key stats that we're looking at this week, but also you could look at strokes gained total, strokes gained putting, greens and regulation as well. So some of the players that are in good current form, I'm not sure I'm going to be targeting them that much in GPPs. You saw Martin Laird there. That's going to be a player that I'm not sure I'm going to be targeting too much. Then also for course fits, you got Seb Straka there who he's kind of going to be the Luke List, and who was it the year before that? Harold Varner, where they pop stat-wise, but they're just not producing. So just kind of want to throw that out there. All right, so getting to the picks for this week. On the high end, obviously, if you want to play Joaquin Niemann, the winner from last week, which we had in our player pool last week, you can play him. That's fine. I don't really want to pay up for him. You got Brent Snedeker here, who does seem like a nice, safe cash play. I don't like it too much. I'd rather just go down a little bit more. Sanjay M, he is the best stat fit in the field. I don't know if I want to pay up for him. He did miss the cut here last year, but, you know, that was his rookie season, one of the first events he played in. Lucas Glover is a play that I really do like, though. He has made 3 straight cuts here, a T14, a T5, a T39. And he also, he's just a great total driver, great ball striker, and great in strokes gained total. Top 20 in all those stats. He's also getting better at putting, and his par 5 scoring is pretty decent dating back to last year. So, I really think Glover is going to be a strong play this week. Scotty Scheffler, he continues to play really well. I hate that he keeps getting priced up, but he did play this course last year, had a T45 finish last year. Don't mind him as a play. Going to be more of a GPP play. Brian Harman, our guy that got a T3 last week. I like him again as a play. We just keep seeing his game. It's trending upwards, and that's kind of what you want to look for in GPP plays. Corey Connors, I think he might be popular. Hit a second overall finish here last year, 265 before that. But if you look at his total driving and ball striking, top 10 in that. He really came on strong at the end of the year last year. Now, some of these players, it's kind of hard to know what their recent form, per se, would be because I haven't played in over a month. But still, Corey Connors in good recent form. Vaughn Taylor's a play that I really do like. He's a guy that we played a lot down the stretch last year. I think we played him pretty much those 10 times that he was on the board there, and he was a value play for us then. Now he's priced up a little bit. He does have a T26, a T10, and a T20 here. He's good at par 5 scoring. He's good at strokes gained total. I don't mind that play. I wish he wasn't priced up as much as he would. It does seem like a nice, safe cash play, but it seems like we're paying up a lot for him. Denny McCarthy, obviously, he's an accurate player that can putt well. That's a high price point for him. Don't mind the play that much, though. All right, going a little bit lower here. There is a section in the price range where the GPP plays are strong. That's going to be Aaron Wise here, one of them. T25 finish here in 2017, 2018 season, but it was in 2017. He's a great total driver and ball striker, top 25 in that. Decent par 5 scorer as well. He was end of the year pretty strong as well. So did Wyndham Clark. The last 2 events he did pretty well in, but also he started to pop really at the end of the year. Yes, he did have 2 bad finishes there at the Wyndham Championship and then the John Deere. But after that and before that, he played pretty well. He does have 2 made cuts here as well in the last 2 years, with his best finish being a 17th overall finish. Nick Taylor's a strong play that I really do like. And this is kind of one of those plays that if you play more GPPs, you're probably not going to be playing him. But Nick Taylor, strong play. This guy has a high likelihood to make the cut. 3 straight top 30 finishes here at this course. Dude's been rolling so far this year. So far recently. Once again, recently. But I just think that's going to be a strong play for him. Sebastian Menounos. I butchered that, but he has been some really good form. 2 straight made cuts here at this event. I really like him. Harris English, once again, I touched on it earlier in the video. He had a really strong week last week, a top 10 finish there. He was rolling at the end of the year last year. He had a T39 finish here at this event last year. And, he's a pretty decent stat fit as well. Top 10 according to my model, so I really don't mind him as a play. He was really not that popular last week, which made it really nice in those GPPs. Roberto Castro was also pretty low owned, and I talked him up quite a bit. I was a little bit surprised at how low owned he was. I thought he was a great cash play, which he ended up making the cut, and that's all we wanted out of our value plays. Now he's priced up about $500 more, but he has much better course history. A T5 and a T4 finish here. Once again, he's just been making those cuts, and I do like that play. Wish he was still priced at under 7K though. Lanto Griffin, dating back to the Korn Ferry Tour, this dude has been playing really strong. He does have the upside to go out and get a top 10 finish. I do think this is going to be a great GPP play, but definitely just more of a low ownership play. The next play, Cameron Tringale. You can definitely roll with him if you want to. He was a really popular cash play last week, and that was with bad course history. So this week we get him at good course history. So I think he's going to be a strong play this week, given that he has good course history. He's been in good recent form. And he's also a good stat fit. So Tringale going to be a strong play this week. Bryce Garnett. He's a guy that finished the year at the end of the year pretty strong. He did struggle, the miscut at the Northern Trust, but he did bounce back last week with the made cut. So I think he is a decent stat fit, and I like him at that price point. He has 2 made cuts here in the last 3 years. Mark Hubbard was one of our value plays that was in that top 100 GPP lineup that we submitted Now, he did get a pretty good price bump here, but he has been rolling on the Korn Ferry Tour. That continued into last week. He's a decent stat fit once again. He did play this course in 2015 when he had a T54 finish. Sam Ryder is pretty much Seb Straka, but cheaper and in better form. And, he did play this course 2 years ago. He had a missed cut, but I think that's going to be a much better play than Seb Straka. Either one of those two are just going to be GPP plays. Same with Scott Harrington, who had a pretty decent scoring week last week. He also did pretty well on the Korn Ferry Tour recently. Not going to be a bad play for you at all. DJ Trahan, you guys know him. I talked him up quite a bit. T7 here last year, 2 missed cuts in a row, and then a T10. Like I said, it seems like he's over his injury, so that means he's going to start playing some good golf again. Really don't mind that play. If we're going a little bit lower, I think I would just roll with Johnson Wagner, who has made 3 straight cuts here at this course. He's been making a ton of cuts recently too as well. So it's tough to say what his recent form is, but he has been playing a lot better than he has throughout his whole career. So this is probably the best golf he's played in his whole career. Has really good course history. I'm really surprised at that price point. I thought he would be a 7K player. All right, let's finish out this GPP build. Last week, if you guys remember, we gave you guys the winner and also another top 10 finisher. So that was a pretty strong GPP lineup last week, and that's just kind of another one that we're feeling this week. All right, so getting into the top GPP plays here, I'm going to continue to do this, I think, instead of core plays. You guys can kind of get the sense of the feel of the core plays, but I think Nick Taylor could be a core play for you as well. But specifically this week, I'm going to be doing GPP plays just because the contest sizes are smaller, so the ownership I kind of want to be spread out a little bit more. But Nick Taylor, strong play. I already touched on it. T26, T23, and a T20 in the last 3 starts here at this course. Just really strong. His recent form has been spotty. T24, miscut, and then T15. But he's a guy that had a really strong year at the end of the year last year. I think this is going to be another good play for us this week. Getting to the next play, we got Roberto Castro here. I already touched on it. Good course history. Just really strong course history, actually. He's made 7 cuts in a row. Now, they haven't been overall, great, strong finishes. I'm not sure he's going to go out and win you at GPP. But at that price point, I think I like him a lot. He's going to be one of those guys that should make the cut. And it's just kind of going from there. Like I said, I wish he was still priced down at under 7K. That'd make him a lot easier to play. And then the last play I want to touch on is going to be Johnson Wagner. Just 6 made cuts in a row, has that really good course history here. Just priced too low. Like I said, he should be priced, at least at 7K. I don't really get the price point. Maybe it's his mustache. They don't, DraftKings doesn't like that. I'm not really sure. But that should be a strong play for us this week. All right, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. Like I said, if you guys want to check out that PGA DFS membership, it's $5 a month for just the PGA DFS membership. If you want the NFL and PGA DFS membership, that's going to be $14 a month. It's a nice combo package. And, just comparing some of the competitors is what we'll call them. Probably the best value in all PGA DFS and probably the best result as well. So I'd like to get straight to the point with that. So you guys can check that out if you want to. If not, we'll just continue to cash on here. That's all I have for you guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks.